Fabulous.
We did it!
Yay!
How do you feel?
Good job, team. That was a fun start. We should talk about it.
We should. And we're back.
We're back.
So I forgot to mention for the pilot episode, and I can bring this up a little bit in this episode. Mm-hmm. So the first episode was directed by Anthony and Joe Russo, and this episode was directed by Joe Russo, who you might have heard of. They created Arrested Development. They did this movie Cherry.
What other kind of movies did they do?
Yumi and Dupree with Owen Wilson.
Yeah,
and then other movies?
There were some other movies in there. It was really funny. I was watching the credits, and it was like Joe and Anthony Russo, and I'm like, wait, those guys? I was like, I feel like I should have known that, and I don't think I put those two together.
Well, they did comedy before creating the biggest movie of all time.
Right. And I was just like, oh, okay. I don't think I realized that what role they had.
But think about it, though. If we want to get that community movie, we already have some high-profile directors.
Real high profile.
And they're still part of the thing, because, like I mentioned in the Darkest Timeline podcast, there's an episode with Joe Russo.
Oh, nice.
And he's, like, on video, and then talking about, like, a bunch of, like, different stuff with, like, doing the thing. And also saying that him and his family were extremely OCD about COVID. And, like, doing all the stuff he needed to do. So, good job.
Good job, Russo family.
Yeah, they're saying, like, we have, like, stations where, like, when we get food, we wipe it down.
Yeah, legit.
Like Cailin. Anyway, so episode 2 is Spanish 101.
Woo! Senor.
Did you take Spanish? You took German.
I took German all of high school and all throughout college. So.
They have a minor in German?
I do have a minor in German, yes.
Good job. I took French until I didn't have to take French anymore.
Yeah.
But that was, I guess, I don't know if it was fun or not. I think I just remember we got crepes one day.
Nice.
I watched Aladdin in French. We did Mardi Gras one year.
Très magnifique.
And then when I went to Paris, forgot most of my French.
Nice. Good work.
Yay. So we're back at Greendale, and the dean is making morning announcements.
Which apparently is a thing that he does fairly often.
Yes.
Every 10 minutes.
Every 10 minutes, or like so you can tell it's the start of a show.
Yeah.
This is Spanish 101.
Nice.
Cosmology should be cosmetology. Astrology should be astronomy, and the students on the cover should be smiling, but I suppose that's a matter of opinion. Whoever is growing a small patch of cannabis behind the gymnasium, congratulations. You have won a cruise. Report to security to claim your ticket. In order to increase...
That dude makes a lot of announcements.
I like it. It makes every 10 minutes feel like the beginning of a new scene of a TV show. Of course, the illusion only lasts until someone says something they never say on TV, like how much their life is like TV. There, it's gone.
I guess Jeff's running late again.
And then Jeff's like running late, and he parks in the faculty parking.
Yep.
Because Jeff doesn't care.
No, he's very entitled, and he's very entitled, and so he feels like he can do whatever he wants.
Right. And so then we go to the study group. We also realize he's late to study.
Yeah.
And Britta's kind of upset by this.
Right.
But then everybody else is kind of like, they don't really care.
Well, they seem kind of like, they're not like thrilled about him being late until he shows up.
And he like charms everybody.
Yes. Like he knows how to, get what he wants.
Right.
But maybe when Jeff gets here, we could talk to him as a group about his tardiness.
Oh, come on now. Don't use that word around, Abed. In any case, if you want to get Jeff, I'd be happy to do it. We've got a bond going, kind of. Sort of like brothers.
I hope your mom didn't make you take baths together.
This is why we put Chevy Chase in the
night.
show.
Yep.
You know, Jeff probably comes late so he doesn't have to sit through all of your tardiness. Sorry, Abed.
Guys have some self-respect. Believe me, every day in that country, people are being killed for speaking out. And the worst part of it is, when it's all over...
Spoilers.
It's gonna be as if it never even happened. Hey, Abed, real stories... They don't have spoilers. You understand that TV and life are different, right?
Hey!
Hey!
I think there's something that the group would like to talk to you about.
Actually, there's nothing more.
I was just
Now we're fine.
Okay, if you're gonna study with people, it would be cool of you to show up on time.
Oh, were you waiting?
No.
I just got here.
No. Because you guys usually
I don't
spend the
think
first
that's a
20
milkshake,
minutes
but now I
talking
really want
about
a
your
milkshake.
interesting personal life. I just feel like I never have anything to offer.
No, truth is that my life is emptier than this 3-ring binder.
Annie, do you have any Spanish notes that might fit in there? Double spaced. Thank you.
Such an ass.
Yep.
around here.
So then that happens. Also, Britta kind of mentions, like, in her concern that she mentions the injustice in different places. For example, Guatemala.
Guatemala.
And how journalists are getting killed for speaking their minds.
Yes.
And this sparks Annie and Shirley's interest because they want to have a protest like other college kids do.
Right, they want to like do like the college thing, which is like to find a cause you're really passionate about and then like go protest, do something drastic.
I don't remember if I ever did a protest in college.
I don't think I ever participated in a protest in college.
I did in high school. I did.
I think I just like walked by
I did.
one
What,
before.
I forget the full thing, but Silent State for LGBTQ rights.
Nice.
I got like a shirt, and then I think the only times we had talk is if a teacher called on us, we had to let them know that we were doing this protest.
Mm-hmm.
But that was that, and then the pro-life people kind of also stole our silence thing.
Oh no.
That's what like the tape thing was interesting because I remember seeing that in high school.
I remember like the Day of Silence thing, which they did in college. One thing I didn't participate in the silence part, but I did. They had like the shirts they were selling, and then you like wrote on the shirt and you like tie-dyed the shirt. That was fun. But yeah, I feel like any cool protests that happened after we left. So
Yeah, so that's their thing. And but Britta's still upset with Jeff for being late and exploiting the group, and then also Jeff just like charms his way out of it.
yes, as he does.
But if you think of grandsons as metaphors for friendship, I think you'll agree with this transformer here that it's time for ours to become a man by reading from the Torah.
Look, Jeff, you're harmless. You're cute, but selfish and narcissistic to the point of near delusion.
She said I was cute. Tell you what, you take her. I have less to prove. Why don't we go get a beer? I'll give you some advice, and we can have what the kids are calling a sausage fest.
I'm not
Oh,
much
no.
of a sausage guy, Pierce. Maybe next time.
Next time, then.
Aww.
Hey.
Yeah, but we need your help. We've been living on the wrong side of the looking glass. You're like Jodie Foster or Susan Sarandon. You'd rather keep it real than be likable. Can you just tell us what to Google? You could, and they killed him. Oh, that's horrible.
Can we have a protest? I want to protest the hell out of something.
We can have a candlelight vigil like lesbians have on the news. I can make brownies.
Like we said, Shirley and Annie interested in this like Guatemala thing. They wanted more information from Britta, but Britta doesn't kind of want to like give it to them, and it's kind of just like do it on your own, like
Right.
that kind of thing, and helping them out. And then we cut to Spanish class
Yes.
where we meet Senor Chang
Senor Chang.
and Chang.
Oh my gosh, what a guy.
Every once in a while, a student will come up to me and ask, Senor Chang, why do you teach Spanish? Why not math? Why not photography? Why not martial arts? I mean, surely it must be in my nature to instruct you in something that's ancient and secret, like, oh, building a wall that you can see from outer space. Well, I'll tell you why I teach Spanish. It is none of your business. About what a mysterious, inscrutable man I am. I am a Spanish genius, because my knowledge will bite her face off. So don't question Senor Chang, or you'll get bit. You bit. Ya bit. You'll be partnering up in pairs of dos. So if you look
So
under your
fancy.
desk, you will find a card with either a picture or a word on it. Comprende, Star Burns?
No, no.
Okay. Hasta luego. Come on, hands. 90% of Spanish. Hasta luego. Excelente, excelente.
Don't you love silence?
Oh.
And it's funny because they've already been in class for a week, but he's also like giving like that first day of class speech,
Yeah.
and he's basically saying like, why do I teach Spanish?
Yes. And he's very passionate, I would say, and handsy.
Yes. Stranger danger.
Stranger danger.
Don't worry, it's fine.
Okay.
But so he's just kind of going. I don't think he taught anything in that class. No. But basically, it says like for your assignment, partner up, and like there's like a card thing, and you need to give like a conversation using 5 different terms.
Mm-hmm.
Blah blah blah, and then like the line where he says like "hasta luego," and then he's like, "Come on, Spanish is 90% arms."
He's just like wildly gesticulating. Yeah. So I feel like the Spanish isn't quite, and like and he says like Spanish like an incredibly like thick English accent.
Yeah.
Right? He's like hasta luego, and you're like, oh no. And I'm pretty sure some of the Spanish on the board probably isn't right. The only one I noticed for sure was when they had like que hora es, which is like what time is it? And then like in Spanish you have like question mark at the end, but you also have the question mark at the beginning, and it's
Yeah.
like upside down. It wasn't upside down; it was right side up. So I don't know Spanish, so I couldn't tell you the other ones, but that was something I noticed. So I feel like there's other things on the board that just like either had nothing to do with Spanish class or weren't actually correct Spanish.
Right. So in order to pair people up, there was like cards underneath everybody's desk, and one of them has a picture, and the other one has like the word like in Spanish.
Yeah.
So basically, you need to find the person with the picture that's like matched up, and then that's your partner.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Money, I want your shirt.
What?
I've had my eye on it since registration day.
All right, fine. Give me your card.
I don't think you understand. I want to wear it out of here.
The odds.
Are you sure you didn't adjust the odds? I know Abed's been eyeing that shirt for 3 weeks. It's almost like you gave it to him so he would switch cards.
I gave Abed my shirt because I'm not selfish, which is something I guess you'll finally discover while we are working on this.
Oh, see, I did switch cards.
Yeah.
Can you believe this? What are the odds?
Yay!
It's a nice shirt. Want to sell it?
Yes.
We see that under Britta's it's like a house, and then we see under Abed's it's casa. So they're partnered up. But then Jeff obviously wants to be with Britta.
Yes, because he has not learned his lesson.
He won't for a while.
He will not.
So Jeff has Abed to switch the cards, and Jeff says he will before a shirt.
Mm-hmm.
So then they switch shirts, which is like funny because like it's like clear that like that shirt doesn't fit Jeff.
Right. Yeah.
And then, but then after he does that, Jeff's like, "Hey, look, we're partners to Britta." And then Britta's like, "No, but I also switched my card, so suck it."
Ah, nice.
And then it turns out that she switched her card with Pierce, so now Jeff and Pierce are partners.
Yes.
And like throughout, like Pierce trying to become Jeff's friend.
Yeah, he wants to be buddies. He wants to be bros.
He wants to have a sausage party.
Mm-hmm. A sausage party. A sausage fest. Big old sausage fest.
It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
So then they're in the study room, and like the presentation is not very hard. It's literally just like a conversation with like 5 different like phrases.
Mm-hmm.
But Pierce is kind of going overboard.
What's the moist towelette industry like? Oh, believe me, it's nothing like the product. No, it's a hard, dry, large business. Destroyed all my marriages. Of course, it didn't help any that I can't have children. I'm not sterile. In fact, it's a rare condition called hypervirility. Apparently, my sperm shoot through the egg like bullets. Can you believe that?
I can't, but you can, so that's fine. We don't need to make this a long evening. We can
What
just...
am I, a piece of garbage to you?
What? No.
Got you. Hey, come on, let's have one drink before we work. To the empowerage of words.
To the irony of that sentence.
So what's up with you, Jeffrey? It seems like you got a burr up your ass or something.
Well, I guess that it's, I think it's Britta.
Forget Britta. All you have to know about her is her name. What is she, a water filter? I mean, she's ugly. Okay. This is the first time people are going to see Winger and Hawthorne together. We're going to show them we're a force to be reckoned with. Come on, let's brainstorm some story ideas. Better yet, before we do that, let's ask ourselves, what is a story?
Oh my God in heaven.
Yeah.
A little bit, and because he wants to have like a hangout,
Right.
so like he brings like scotch, and he has like all these things, and he wants to deconstruct the story.
If he wants to go big, and he does not want to go home.
He doesn't want to go home.
No.
Well, that's and just kind of getting like really upset about it because
Mm-hmm.
he's just like, can I just go home?
Yeah. Like he does not want to dedicate any energy. Or he just wants to do the bare minimum.
Meanwhile, outside of the school protest,
Woo, protest. Yeah.
not exactly correct.
Like you could argue that maybe that's not the way you handle a protest. They have some good ideas in
They
there.
have brownies.
They did have brownies, which like. I mean,
That's a good thing having a protest.
They're bringing awareness to the cause.
That's fair, but also. They got it, right?
Silence. Starburns, no.
Britta, what's gotten into you?
This is not how you do this.
Well, we know it's not how you do it because we're doing
Yeah,
everything.
but this is tacky and lame.
I didn't mean that.
Are you saying that we're not allowed to protest?
Britta, you sound like Guatemala.
Sounds like somebody has a case of likes to use fringe politics to make themselves feel special, but doesn't actually ever want to do anything. Itis.
No, I do things. I went to... I don't do anything. You can hang the Chicata Penecos Pinata. You guys realize he was beaten to death, right?
That's where we got the idea from.
Cute.
Oh no. Not the piñata.
So the protest should be that, like, the Guatemalan government
Yeah.
is, like, killing different, like, journalists for expressing their minds. But they're kind of, like, saying that, like, the phrase they're saying is, we hate Guatemala. And they're not... And I think it's more like they're, like, I don't know if they're, like, fully protesting, like, the journalists who reached... Because they mentioned, like, one journalist whose name I don't remember.
Yeah, one specific journalist.
Who got killed.
Mm-hmm.
And, but clearly, like, Shirley and Annie don't fully... understand, and the Brita's like, guys, you aren't doing this right, and it's like, well, we're not doing it your way, we're doing it our way, like,
yeah, right,
that kind of thing. And then Brita's like still saying like they're doing it wrong, which is like kind of, I'd say, rude.
Right. Well, it's like, because I think that, and I think this is a trend that happens with people who have been socially conscious for a long time, where there's like, no, there's like a specific way you go about it, and other people who are maybe new to causes are like, oh, here's like how I want to express that, and you're like, no, that's not how we do that, and which has its like positives and negatives, but maybe making a piñata of the journalist who was beaten to death that maybe wasn't the most tasteful thing.
That's where they got the idea.
Yeah, right. Oh, that killed me. Just like the Guatemalan government.
You know what? I'm gonna say this for Annie and Shirley. A for effort.
Yeah.
They're like, I don't know if
They
they
tried.
I don't know if they actually like care that much about it, but then it's also like they kind of just want to have a protest.
Yeah, well, I think they want a cause. They want to be socially conscious.
Right, and I think more for like Britta, she kind of realized that like she's a sayer and not like a doer.
Right.
So.
Right. Yeah. If you talk like you walk the walk without ever actually walking the walk, does that make you any better than the people who might just walk a little more funny than you?
So then Britta's like, all right, I'm gonna like help like go along with this.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, back to the study room, Jeff and Pierce are still doing this mess of a presentation.
Okay, tell me what I've got so far. What we have so far? Well, we have something incredibly long and very confusing and a little homophobic. And really, really specifically, surprisingly, and gratuitously critical of Israel. And it's called Two Conquistadors, should probably be dosed.
Gets the ladies in the mood for social change, if you know what I mean. Good chance to put some miles on this shirt.
You realize these conversations are due in the morning, don't you?
Oh, yeah. Right. What do you want to do?
Hola, me llamo Abed.
Hola, me llamo Troy.
¿Dónde está la biblioteca?
La biblioteca está en la ciudad.
Gracias.
We did it.
Good work.
Okay, we're gonna take this and we're gonna put it in a museum for crazy people. And then we're gonna take this and memorize.
Wait a minute, you're bailing on our first sausage fest? This is your definition of friendship?
No, this is my definition of
It's only
you
sausage
trying
fest when
way
they're
too
sausage,
hard
right?
and me finding it harder and harder to stay polite. Now, this was a fine
Like a
enough
nice
way to
Italian
spend an evening
sausage.
devoid of hope, but the woman I kind of like is out there in the moonlight
So
caring
funny.
about something stupid. And this is my chance to show her that I care enough to act like I care about it too.
That's
Get
all you
used
had
to
say,
it.
Jeff.
That was it.
And Jeff's getting more annoyed, and then finally he's like, you know what? I'm going. Bye. Like, this is like too much. It's simple. We're gonna memorize this when we go to class the next day. Goodbye. And but he goes to the protest again to get Britta. At this point, it's a silent candlelight vigil.
Yes.
And Jeff tries to like look like he's a bit socially conscious.
He tries to look the part. Yeah.
I mean, like again, he just once he like screw him and done.
Nice sign.
Thanks. I like what you've done with the place.
I think I was a little too harsh on you. I'm not perfect.
I am. I'd be happy to show you the ropes.
Awesome! Look at awesome Jeffrey Winger. Too awesome.
Go home,
for
Pierce. You're
old
drunk.
Pierce, with your hip shirts and your gelled hair. Because I know what I'd like to protest. How much you hurt me.
Conflicts like these will ultimately bring us together as an unlikely family. You have horrible breath right now.
First, you constantly blow me off. Then you want me to do your homework.
okay?
Then you tell me I'm trying too hard to be your friend, so you have to go.
Why don't you go get a cup of coffee and hold some waitress hostage with a monologue about your sperm?
I'll show you some sperm, buddy.
Your idea?
What the hell? Fire! No, I'm not ready to die.
Stop, don't roll. You gotta stop.
He's jumping the fountain.
Even then you get dropped.
Well, I mean,
Then you roll.
I feel like jumping in a fountain's fine.
That's fine.
So I was doing that, then Pierce comes out, who clearly finished the bottle of scotch and is drunk.
Yeah.
And basically calls out Jeff and basically saying that, like, he's very dismissive and he just want to come out here so that he could, like, pretend to like this thing in order to get with the girl.
Right.
And then also his arm gets caught on fire.
Yeah.
He's fine.
Yeah, he didn't quite stop dropping.
But it did make the newspaper.
It did make the newspaper. Third page.
The real newspaper. There's a Marmaduke.
There's Marmaduke. Very good. Very good.
Page 3, it's mostly about Pierce, but listen to that last paragraph.
The incident occurred during a protest regarding events in Guatemala. Awareness?
And this isn't the school paper, by the way. This is a real damn paper. There's a Marmaduke in there.
Well,
We did it!
What I ever accomplished. Did
Next
you
to
guys know
Marmaduke.
about the ethnic?
And then, Annie and Shirley really happy that their protest technically made the paper.
Right. So even though that the actual part about raising awareness was only like half a paragraph towards the very end of it, but like good work.
So now they want to do
Good
other stuff.
work.
We cut to the next day in Spanish class. And Pierce basically says to Senor Chang, like, hey, like, I'm just going to do this on my own.
Right.
So then Chang's like to Jeff, all right, like, I'll just give you the C.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine. And then...
Nice try. It's actually Secretary's Day, and it says that I'm sorry about crashing your protest with that drunken, self-immolating baby boomer.
We don't blame you, sweetie. Pierce has always been on my watch list.
That dude is crazy. He told me girls have 2 pee holes.
I sang Christmas carols at a nursing home once. I've seen the face of dementia, and last night, I saw it again.
You know what he did he offered me $100 to switch cards with him just so he could be partners with Jeff. I think he spent his whole life looking out for himself, and he would trade it all for a shot at some kind of family.
Oh.
Aw.
Hola, class.
Hola.
Time
Hola.
for our presentations. First up was supposed to be Jeff and Pierce, but Pierce explained the situation to me. Apparently there was a falling out, things were said, people were betrayed. Jeff?
There was like this whole conversation about like how Pierce is like old and like kind of losing it, but then Pierce is like, you know what the silliest thing he ever did? He was gonna pay me $100 just to be partners with Jeff.
Yeah.
Because I think he's been looking out for himself for so long that he just wants to be a part of something.
He wants a friend.
He wants friendship. Right. So then Jeff has like a little change of heart, learns his lesson.
Yeah.
And agrees to put on the tiny sombrero and do this presentation.
Sombrerito. I don't know if that's how you say little sombrero in Spanish, but that's how I'm going to say that. Sombrerito. Who knows Spanish? Please, someone help me.
Excuse me.
Don't die.
I'm fine.
Okay.
I think the only humane thing to do would be to give you a C and let Pierce do his presentation alone. If that sounds fair to you.
Pierce, I understand if you don't want to be my friend. But this thing that we've created, it is bigger than the both of us, and it deserves to be done right.
He's wearing a little sombrero.
Oh, honey.
Okay, guys, why are there costumes involved? These are short conversations. They're not supposed to take...
Your breath away? Well, tough. You ready, amigo?
See.
Did they keep the homophobia in?
I mean...
Oh my god.
At least they're not in blackface?
Oh no.
It's not.
Friendship. Yeah, very good, thank you.
Do sparkles go out on their own?
F.
Yeah.
F minus.
they have this like whole thing, and you think there's like costumes and like stuff.
Yeah, it's yeah.
And then then we get a wonderful montage of like whatever this is.
Right. There's so many different scenes involved. It's very elaborate, and I don't know if a lick of Spanish was ever spoken.
Well, I think like you were and like there was like the thing in the study room where Jeff says like this is like a really elaborate and a little bit homophobic. And you were like, can I keep the homophobia in there? The answer is no, but there's like a bunch of other stuff.
We discussed the Israeli-Palestinian conflict at some point. There's a scene where they look like they are like canoeing down a river, and
they have like Annie and like a
hostage. Yeah.
I also like thinking where like they're dressed up for like the old time minstrel shows. They're not in blackface, but like.
But it is very yes.
And then obviously like the scene where they're in the tiny sombrero, like the poncho and then they hit like silly string.
There's so much going on. There's so much going on.
And then they
fantastic. And then they failed.
But you know, I think like Jeff's happy that he got to be friends with Pierce.
Right.
And Pierce is happy.
Yes.
So really, I think it was an A. And offensive.
In the category of friendship, we reached an A.
But friendship.
That was one of the worst things I have ever seen, which I guess makes being a part of it a pretty selfless act. So I'm impressed.
Well, how do you know I didn't do it just to get another shot at you?
Because a smart guy like you would know that no woman in that class would be able to look at you as a sexually viable candidate ever again.
What's
No,
this song
I know.
called?
I thought of that.
Got it.
I used to know how to play some piano.
Nah, ukulele?
You did an all right job up there, my friend.
Thanks, Pierce.
A couple of notes. You got this thing you do with your face when you're trying to be funny that forces people to think about how cool you think you are.
So then Jeff's like, so does this mean like to Britta saying like, so does this mean, you know? And Britta's like, nope. Have a good day.
Can I use my acts of kindness to get inside of your pants? Thank you.
Yes, and then it ends with that song which you told me the name of and I forgot it already.
Daylight by Matt and Kim. It's a good song. I used to know how to play it on the piano, at least the dun 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 dun. But that song is used. Oh my gosh, what car company uses it in like all of their commercials?
Oh,
There's a car company that has used it in their commercials for like the last 10 years. Because I remember learning that song in college, which was
don't think about
almost 10 years ago now. It's a hey Dara, it's our 10-year high school reunion this year.
Don't think about it.
Just think about that.
I don't wanna. Anyway. And then we have this is if you do watch Community, you know the credit scenes are in tags. The first episode didn't have one, and then this episode did. Probably I would say the most famous end tag in Community, which is Troy and Abed.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about them that much in this episode. They're partnered up, and we kind of see like the growing of their friendship.
Yeah, they seem like they get along very well.
And so it's basically just them like sitting on the couch doing the Spanish rap.
Yeah, it's a good rap.
Which is basically just saying a bunch of words in Spanish.
It's lots of phrases that sound like rhythmically sound very well together, but also don't make a ton of sense.
¿Dónde está la biblioteca? Me llamo T-Bone, la araña discoteca.
Discoteca, muñeca, la biblioteca. Es un bigote grande, pero manteca.
Manteca, bigote, gigante, pequeño. Cabeza es nieve, cerveza es bueno.
Buenos días, me gustan papas frías. Bigote de la cabra, es Cameron Diaz.
Yeah.
What?
But it's really good. I really enjoyed that.
I think it's like hello, my name is T-Bone.
Yeah.
Where's the library? The Disco Spider.
Yeah.
I can like say it, but I don't think I remember it off the top of my head, but it's the kind of thing like once I have the beat, I'm like, I got this. I feel like if you have Donald Glover, you need to make him rap.
Right.
So
the man is a fountain of untapped potential.
But that's definitely I think there's definitely also like end credits things that I also really like, but that's definitely the most famous.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the end of the episode. Cailin, what did you think?
Oh my gosh, what a fun time. Still going strong.
Yeah.
Sometimes second episodes are like a little wonk, but I felt like this like really just carried through the first episode pretty well without like any like little divots or like weird things happening. So it was like really solid.
I think it was like really solid and kind of like you can see like the growing of it being like a little bit over the top, which I appreciate.
Right. But like it's a comedy, so like
it's fine.
You have to lean in on the comedy, and that's what it's doing, and so I really don't mind it at all.
Right, and then I guess I'm like kind of waiting for like other characters to just like it's kind of like a thing of like, okay, when are they gonna become like the ridiculous like the characters that I know and love?
Right.
So, which again I think like takes a bit of time, but like but I'm kind of like, all right, like let's get to that. But then I do like really like this episode. The ending bit. The credit scene is obviously like one of the best, and like the ridiculousness with Pierce and Jeff's.
Right.
I don't know what the speech was. I don't even know what the story was.
No, I don't think any of us know what the story was.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. Let's get some pop culture references.
Pop culture.
So Daylight, you said, and then Wise Up is also playing over the montage.
Okay.
Product placement. They mentioned Brita water filters.
Yep.
And he compares British activism to Jodie Foster and Susan Sarandon.
what was that line there? Because it was so good. It seemed like you're more concerned with being something than being likable.
Oh, you like Jodie Foster, Susan? You're like Jodie Foster, Susan Sarandon. You rather keep it real than be likable.
That's terrible.
But there's also the bit of like we can do like those like silent candle images, like lesbians do.
Yep. Very, very good.
Yeah, like the one silent purchase thing where I watched on Law and Order with Kathy Griffin in it. When Britta tries to explain to Abed the difference between reality and TV, Jeff appears doing Fonzie's signature thumbs up and gestures with the A. Which, like, Britta, don't take us out of television.
Right.
Jeff calls Pierce Amigo, which possibly is a reference to the 1986 film The Three Amigos.
Okay.
He was in that, right?
He was.
So it's him, Steve Martin, and Martin Short?
Yes.
Yay!
It's a freaking classic.
I've never seen it.
Oh, it's a classic. Yep. No, I enjoy that one. I've seen it a couple times.
Is that movie offensive because they're all white?
Not really, no. It's a fun one. I don't remember any being like, I don't remember clutching any pearls over it.
So this episode introduces the theme song. I think there's a few episodes in season 1 where there is no like they don't do the theme song, and then after like near the end of like season 1 they play the theme song. Mm-hmm. So it's called At Least It Was Here. Which like if you actually like listen to it, it's kind of dark.
Oh, is it?
It's like I know it's like let me see if I can find the lyrics. It's written by the rock band The 88.
Okay.
You know?
I don't know them.
Okay, so it's give me some rope, tie me to dreams, give me the hope to run out of steam. Somebody said it could be here, we could be roped up, tied up, dead in a year. I can't count the reasons I should stay one by one. They all just fade away.
Nice. That sounds like fun.
That's it.
Yes.
The show first N-Tag debuted with Troy and Abed Spanish rap.
Nice.
The card Chang hands out in Spanish class has the Italian flag on one side.
Oh, I missed that. What a shame.
A possible foreshadowing to the fact that Chang is not in fact a Spanish genius, as it claims to be. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, wow. Surprise.
When Chang introduces himself, he asks rhetorical questions such as why he teaches Spanish and not in math. This is another possible foreshadowing. That's like something that comes up later in the show about like you'll get Chang's storyline.
Okay.
I forgot that was it's like that's like sort of a spoiler, but it's not like
right.
Like I said, like with most of like with Community, like if I mention it to you, it's not like I'm spoiling like everything.
Yeah, and well, some things you can put kind of 2 and 2 together there.
Right. Okay, so that's the end of that. So right now we're on a good roll.
We're on a good roll. I'm having a good time.
So that is the end of this episode. I was just about to end it, but then I'm like, wait, I still gotta say some stuff.
There's like a yes. I have nothing left to say, so please.
Anyway, you don't have any final thoughts?
I'm ready to keep going.
All right, so that's the end of this episode of First Reaction Fan Reaction. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for coming back. If you haven't seen the show before, if you're watching it with us, like, welcome. Let us know what you think. Leave it in the comments.
We have fun here.
We will read the comments.
We do read the comments.
We didn't actually do anything. We're going to start, like, fresh after this. So we're not going to read any comments probably for the first, like, few episodes just because we're waiting for more comments to come in, and we record in bulk.
Yeah, we do.
Like Costco.
Hey, we are the Costco of podcasts. We have pretty surprisingly good pizza and very cheap hot dogs here. So come on.
Pizza is good.
It's like it shouldn't be good, but it is.
Remember when they had frozen yogurt and like it was like in the cup?
No, I don't remember. I had never had Costco frozen yogurt.
Oh, it's so good. Like, literally, it being like, you know, like when you get like the plastic cups that are like 16 ounces.
Mhm.
So, literally, they fill up the entire thing with like frozen yogurt. And now I think it's just like vanilla and like raspberry sauce.
Ah, what a shame. But
don't remember
Costco, this is a surprising endorsement of Costco pizza. We didn't think that we'd be here on the show, but
They do.
here we are.
It's very good pizza.
Yeah.
They have a lot of good food, though.
They-
Anyway,
Costco.
Costco.
Costco, give us money. Free membership.
Anyway, so leave a comment down below,
Mhm.
and we will read it.
Yeah,
and
please
talk about it and that kind of thing.
We would like that.
Also, please like and subscribe. I think we're like 600 something. I don't know where we're at.
That's why we have the phone we can consult. I'm gonna look at my phone now. That was my song I just wrote. Do you like it? We have 643.
Yeah. So thank you guys so much for that.
Yeah, let's get up to 1,000. Or maybe we'll go a little slower than that. But like, if you like us,
We're working on it, guys.
let us know. We're doing our best.
I mean, so like 600 like kind of insane compared to my YouTube channel, which has like 8, but I also don't post on there.
That's, I mean, like, you win some, you lose some.
That's fair. We're also on Facebook, facebook.com/wittyclothes.
Yeah, we are.
Please like and comment there. We're on Twitter at wittyclothes, so
Yeah.
retweet our stuff, follow us, that kind of thing. We're on Instagram
We
at
are
Witty
on
Clothes
Insta.
Productions. We always post when something's coming up there. So like us there. Leave a comment. You can do that there. We have read Instagram comments. I'm like, we had one come up recently, but like we do read the Instagram comments as well.
We do. Thank you.
And the tweets when we get them.
Yeah.
We're on Patreon.
We are.
We're on Patreon. So right now at the $5 level, you can get, probably by the time this comes out, one of the episodes will be up for our spin-off show, First Reaction or Fan Reaction.
Yeah.
Where right now we're watching WandaVision. I said like it's
Yeah.
going to be up for a while, but I've honestly been like editing it in bulk.
Yeah.
So hopefully I'll get that done soon. And the episodes will probably come out like every other week.
Yeah.
We also do a monthly live stream where we watch a movie or not watch a movie. Although technically, I did see this After We Fall is on Netflix now.
We gotta watch it.
We gotta watch it. We're contractually obligated.
We are contractually obligated to watch it in the way that I'm contractually obligated to not on this show say anything horribly bad about it.
But I can.
But you can, yeah.
So it's fine. And then also at the $10 level, we don't have a ton up there yet, but we're going to basically have a thing where you can vote on topics that we talk about in the live stream. We're going to watch like random stuff that doesn't really fit these shows, and we're just like do reactions like I want to do Bake Off, or I was just watching Professors of Queer Eye, so maybe we'll do that as well.
Okay.
Or whatever Cailin wants me to watch that doesn't fit the show.
Yeah. I gotta
don't
think
know.
about that.
You can make me watch a Godzilla movie, speaking of your shirt.
Gojira.
Because I don't think I've ever seen a Godzilla movie.
That's okay. I think really the only one I saw was like the really terrible one.
The 1991 or the 2014 one?
No, the 1991. But like as a kid, I remember the Godzilla cartoon where Godzilla was like a good guy and he helped children, which like not what he was doing in the original thing. I'm kind of a poser, but like the shirt was really cool though, and it matched my.
I like it.
So thank you. Anyway.
And I've only seen one King Kong movie, which is Kong Skull Island.
Yeah. I saw the what was the one with Jack Black? I saw that one.
That was the remake.
That was
came
like
out.
the what 2005?
Yeah.
I saw the 2005 one.
I went on the ride at Universal Studios when they had that, like the
Oh, yeah.
tour studio in California, and they had that exhibit thing. That was pretty cool.
Very good. We should we should talk about our show.
Well, we're almost done.
Oh, we're almost
and so that's what we have. Maybe we'll get a TikTok soon because I'm actually learning TikTok.
Oh, nice.
Don't understand it yet,
That's
but
cool.
I will. I think. And we have an email, wittyclothes@gmail.com. Email
Yeah, we
us
do.
because we read those when we don't forget.
Send us your weird fan fiction, but I don't like that weird.
Well, weird. I bet to say you just said weird, so like we're gonna get some like.
I think is fan fiction not by nature just like a little bit weird in concept?
Don't send us your Omegaverse fanfic, please, and thank you.
Unless it's like really good.
Unless it's like actually good.
Yeah.
I did like see a thing on Facebook though where it was like a new thing of like, cause they pop up and then like I'm like want to read them, but then I see it's werewolves and they're like, nope.
Right, you're like where it has like the ads where it's like the night was dark and you're like, oh, like a little free little story, and then it's like the alpha inside him howled and you're like, okay, we're gonna keep going. Okay.
Do I have to?
Yeah. Woo, keep going. Okay.
All right. So, but that's it. Tune in next week or next time, whatever. Probably
whenever you see us next.
Don't worry about it. We're gonna watch Community Season 1, Episode 3, Introduction to Film.
Woo!
And
Very
then
good. We had that class together.
We did.
We did. All right, sorry, keep going.
We watched some good movies there.
We did.
Actually, most of the movies are good. I think it was history of film that I didn't enjoy.
Yeah,
I did watch Birth of a Nation.
Yeah, you saw that and I didn't. You were in that class and I wasn't. So.
And then Season 1, Episode 4, Social Psychology.
Oh, very good.
All right, so for First Action Fan Reaction. I'm Dara Whitman.
And I'm Kim Clither.
Peace.
Peace. Yeah. How long?
Do you want to trade cards?
No.
I feel like we're just as good, especially with the ceremonial pistola.
Pistola.
No. I don't want your.
We live without